Hello, this is Eneli, your abundant life coach, and we are continuing on our topic of transformation. If you didn't watch the first video on transformation, go get it. Go watch the first video. We might actually have to number these so that you guys can watch them in sequence. We'll see. Maybe we'll get around to it. Maybe we'll just make it fun and you get to just pick whatever you want to watch, right? So today, I want to build on what we covered in the very first video on transformation, and that is about healing your energy leaks. Healing your energy leaks. So let me ask you this. Have you ever, actually this just happened to me. I have a story for everything. You get to know me, I have a story for everything. So you know what? Maybe a couple of weeks ago, my 13-year-old comes into the house and he says, "Mom, I think something is wrong with your tire." And I was like, "What do you mean something's wrong with my tire?" So I went into the garage and I could hear this shh sound. And so I went to investigate. He's a scientist. He's a budding scientist. So he went to investigate. He said, "I think it's coming from your tire. I think you're about to have a flat tire." Well, last thing I needed was a flat tire, right? So I'm thinking, if the air is just starting to leave the tire, maybe I can get it, still drive it really quickly to a tire place and get it taken care of. Because you know what, got time for flat tires, right? And so I go out into the garage because first of all, I'm like, "Really? You heard the sound of air rushing out of my tire? Like you were paying that close attention?" He said, "Yes." So I go out and I look and I listen, and yes, indeed, there you could hear the air, coming out, and I could see a nail nicely lodged in my tire wall. So it's like, okay, thank you, son, for telling me this, because I actually had nowhere else to go that evening, and so I would really have woken up next morning rushing to get somewhere only to discover I had a flat tire. So that was truly godsend. But what did we have to do? We took it to someone who could heal the leak, right? And so what did they do? They took the nail out. The tire was still in fairly great condition, and so they just quote unquote put a patch over it. They healed the leak. What was the purpose of healing the leak? To make sure that I don't keep losing air. Because if I lose air, guess what? I'm going to have a flat tire. So let me tell you what, as we talk about transformation, many of you are walking around on flat tires. You are driving around on flat tires. Why? Because your whole life is one huge energy leak. What is an energy leak? What are the ways that you could possibly be leaking the energy that you could be putting towards your transformation? Oh, well, stuff like you can never find what you need because everything around you is disorganized, right? Or, you women, you have a closet full of clothes, a walk-in closet full of clothes, but none of those clothes fit you. But you've kept all of those clothes, like 60 to 100 outfits that you've not been able to fit into for 10 years. But they are covering your entire closet, and you walk in there and you get frustrated because it's so cute, but you can't fit it. It's so cute, but you can't fit it. And you keep holding on to it. You're not making any changes to actually ever be able to fit into it again. And it's just there. It becomes an energy leak. Because every time you walk into your closet, you're just like, eh. Because it's nothing but reminders about where you are not, right? As opposed to saying, let me bless somebody with all of this. And then let me open myself up to who I am today, embrace it, and fill my closet with what I can actually wear and love myself in, right? Let me tell you another way that you have energy leaks. Before my kids got old enough to start doing their own laundry, I tell you, when you have 5 children and they all play sports, and some of them play 2 or 3 different sports a week, that's a lot of laundry. Basically, they wear something to school, they come home, they change into something else, they do that, then they change out of that, then it's dance practice, then it's this, and then it's their pajamas, and so on and so forth. I felt like I was forever on laundry duty. And every time I would walk past my laundry room, and yes, I know I am blessed to have a laundry room. I did not have a laundry room when I was a kid growing up. I would literally feel my energy just drain out of me because that laundry room always reminded me that I had unfinished work. There was either a pile of laundry to wash, a pile of laundry to dry, a pile of laundry to fold, or a pile of laundry to put away. Like, it was never ending. And that became an energy leak for me. So I would see it get really, I don't want it. And then I'll talk myself out of doing it, right? So it's still, the issue still never gets resolved. But now I'm not in the mindset to do anything positive either. And then the cycle just continues. So if you're serious about transformation, one of the things that I encourage you to do is take a sheet of paper or your phone or however you record things, and walk through your entire life and ask yourself, what is costing me unnecessary energy? Where are my energy leaks? For some of you, it may be as simple as you never make a menu, and so you go to the grocery store 5 times a week. Because it's like, oh, what are we eating for dinner? Okay, I'll just stop at the grocery store on my way home. Oh, I'll just stop at the grocery store on my way home. It's time, but it's money. Because, every time you go to a grocery store, you're going to end up buying something that you didn't need anyway, right? So, one way to address that energy leak would be to take 30 minutes on a weekend, right? And actually create your menu for the whole week. And to then shop according to that menu. Guess what that does? Every day after work, you're not stressing about, and what are we eating today? And what are we eating today? And how do I know to share this with you? Because I've done all of these things. Everything that I point out, I have done. I'm sharing with you where my energy leaks were, right? And what I did to take care of them. Maybe your energy leaks, you know what? Let me give you another example. Because, again, I keep it real. Anybody here use mascara? Okay, I know lashes are in, but, some of us still use old-fashioned mascara. I would never pay attention to the fact that my makeup is running out, whether it's my foundation or mascara or whatever. And so what I would do when I'm in a rush and I need to look somewhat presentable, more presentable than without makeup, because you guys know women who wear makeup make more money than women who don't. I didn't make the rules. I'm just telling you. This is true. It's scientific. It's research. You don't have to be like all 3 hours to get made up and contoured and all of that, but you do need to look like you put a little bit of effort into it. For women, men, they can look anyway. Okay. But anyway, so I realized, okay, I don't have much mascara left. So, you know what I did? I would put some water into that tube and shake it up and use it. But you guys know that you do not want to have an eye infection. That anything you're putting close to your eyes, you really want to take extra care of. And so, first of all, my energy was being leaked out because every time it was time to get ready, I'm like, oh my God, I don't even have what it takes, the makeup that I need. But then I would never make a plan to actually have the makeup that I need. And then, while I'm improvising and trying to do all of this stuff, I'm irritated, my energy is leaking out. I know that I may be compromising my health by the choices that I'm making. It was just another thing, just little things that add up. But what they do is they sap you of the energy and the time you need to transform your life. So, go identify your energy leaks. And then, of course, this goes without saying, address them. Because if you don't patch up those holes, take out whatever it is that's causing your energy to leak out, address it. And this might mean you cut off some people. This might mean you ask for some help, which is very hard for some of you. But if you want to transform, you gotta stop the energy leaks. Think about it like bleeding. If you want to heal, you first have to stop the bleeding. And right now, you guys are leaking energy. Some of you are leaking blood. Can't transform under those circumstances. See you in the next video.